and today we are back with another video. Now today I'm showing you guys my anime list of 2020. In this list it contains the anime I am watching currently and I have watched previously. Now for this list I wasn't really planning on making this video because I didn't want to show this list yet, because I wanted to make another podcast, you know, with Caden that we had last time, but that's going to be somewhere next month, and I'll probably have like 5 anime, you know, to show you guys probably by then. And shout out to Zimmertrax for this amazing instrumental beat that's also going on in the background. Link of his channel will be in the description, and let's get on right into the video. You guys can see I do use Kiss Anime, you know, it's a free website we can just like, you know, watch, you know, all the anime that are out or are currently coming out, and sooner or later. I have all these anime I have literally watched. It says completed, of course. The series is done with, you know, it's over of that season or movie or whatever it is. And right here is where you can click watch or unwatched. Basically, you know, all these that I watch, of course, I've watched all of them and everything. These are the ones I have not watched yet. You can also make folders of, you know, which it'll say pop up right here when you add it on here. When you go into a specific anime, it'll say folder right here. You can click it, then you can click like new folder, or you can put it in an existing folder that you already have it in. But yeah, I have all these names in here. Of course, I have the Attack on Titan folder, Dragon Ball, Food Wars, you know, etc, etc, etc. First on my list is Attack on Titan. Yes, I know I have, in a previous video I said I wasn't gonna watch Attack on Titan anymore. I mean, I wasn't gonna watch Attack on Titan at all, but actually my friend Dakota, he actually told me I should get into Attack on Titan. It's definitely worth a watch. So I have been watching it. I'm not really that far into it. I'm still in the first season, of course. I'm on episode 16. I am almost done with the season. You know, I be binge watching some of these. Really, also when you see these specials in anime, you really don't need to watch those. Those are just like trailers or something like that. But yeah, this is I have the whole series right here. I heard that season 4 was supposed to come out. I don't know when though, but yeah, it's supposed to be coming out soon. So, you know, I just wanted to catch up on the Attack on Titan series, you know, get into it, you know what I'm saying. And right here we have Boruto. Of course, it is still going. You know, we're on episode 149. I obviously watch my anime in sub. I don't watch dub. Only specific anime I can watch in dub. That was like when I was first beginning into anime that I was watching in previous years, and I watched those in dub, which I think it was the first season of Sword Art. I watched that in dub because when I first watched that show, it's my favorite show. When I first watched it, it was on Netflix and it was in dub, so I'm just used to that season in particular being in dubbed. And after that we have Food Wars. You know, the other Food War ones are like down here, but I've watched those already. Right now I'm on season 3 part 2, which is literally just season 3, but it's continuing, you know, because, you know, it's a longer season, so they have it like that. And I think, yeah, and there's a 4th season, and then the 5th season is supposed to be coming out soon, so yeah, I gotta also catch up with that as well. Right here we have Interspecies Reviewers. Now I think this is going to be a 12 episode anime, so right now we're on 11 until I think it's either Saturday. I think it's Saturday when they release the next episode, which I think is going to be the last episode, which is the 12th, because it just seems like one of those 12 part animes. And if you watch this anime in particular, if you watch this, watch it by yourself, because it is a ecchi anime. Like, it's on the borderline of hentai and actual anime. It's literally here. It is right here, tipping like this. So I'll definitely only watch that by yourself, 100%. And of course we have My Hero Academia. I am on season 4, you know, the current season right now. We're on episode 86 of the entire anime, and by far right now it's pretty good. It's pretty good. My Hero Academia is pretty good, especially when, you know, spoiler alert, Mountain Clack's video if you didn't hear it, but it was especially good when he defeated Overhaul, you know, when he got up to like 100% power. That was pretty fire. It's pretty fire. Right here next we have 3D Girlfriend. It has 2 series. It has been completed. So it has 24 episodes in its whole series alone. I've already covered this, you know, in the last podcast. So if you guys want to know about this, go back to that video. The link will be in the description of that podcast. Right here we have another. Now this is one of the videos this is one of the anime I was gonna show on the next podcast, because when I found this out, this anime is fire. It's kind of like a Final Destination, you know, into an anime universe, kind of like that. And this town has a curse at the school, which is in the specific class, which is 3-3, you know, classroom 3, you know, something like that. It's in 3-3, where it was like years ago, this girl passed away in the classroom, and it's complicated. It's a complicated thing. You have to watch the anime, so to really know what the heck it's talking about, because I was trying to like think on how a specific way I can put it, but it's really good. It's basically a Final Destination meets anime type thing. Definitely watch that. Right here we have Death March. I do not know how to say the rest, because you know I don't know how to speak Japanese like that. But this anime right here is literally about a 29-year-old programmer named Satsuki. He falls asleep at work. You know, he takes his break. You know, he's been out for a couple days, but he falls asleep at work, and then in his dream he wakes up into the video game that he is actually making, because he is a programmer. And for some reason he feels the damage and hurt and everything in his mind, and he thinks it's not an actual dream, but it truly is. And he goes on this, you know, basically an adventure inside the game, and at the beginning he becomes a really overpowered character. I would definitely watch this as well. It's a really good watch, and I watched this like, I don't know, probably like a year or two ago, so I had this completed. And of course, next we got Demon Slayer. Now I've heard a lot about Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure you guys have too. Demon Slayer was really good. I think it deserves a second season. It's basically about a boy whose family was run by a demon, and only one of them survived. It was his younger sister, but she was also turned into a demon in the process. And they go on an adventure, and he becomes like a samurai, you know, trying to protect his sister and everything else, and fight evil demons in the process. Domestic Girlfriend. Now this is one of those animes that, you know, I kind of got, you know, of a little, I guess you can say, fetish, I guess, or something like that.
Oh, hell no.
It's those type of animes where it's like, you know, a romantic anime, but it's kind of like a love triangle type weird thing. I don't want to get too much into it, because it's just one of those things I kind of sometimes, you know, find and just watch, you know. But yeah, you can watch it too if you like those like love triangles, you know, and stuff.
I'm good, bro. You geeking, bro. I'm good, bro. Get hold me. I'm good, bro.
So we have the Dragon Ball series. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I never watched Dragon Ball until last year.
I honestly can't stand you. It's like your brain doesn't fucking work. You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Like, I've seen snippets and stuff, and my friend Kevin, he strictly like watched Dragon Ball. I don't think he's not an anime person, so like he's showing me like the specific Dragon Balls that like series parts I should like watch, you know, if I don't want to watch all the fillers and stuff. So yeah, he showed me all these. You know, I watched Super, and you know, I watched Tournament of Power. That shit was hot. That shit was heat. And I watched it in dub, because in the Japanese version, one of the animes that the voices, they don't really hit in Japanese. Like, I don't like it. It's too high pitched and stuff. It sounds like kiddish and whatever. So that's why I watch these in dub, of course. And I think everybody would really watch Dragon Ball, you know what I mean, you know, in dubbed. But Goblin Slayer was also in the podcast, I'm guessing, as well. So we're gonna have to skip over that. Now next is High School of the Dead. This is by far, definitely have I seen, the best zombie anime I've ever found. This shit was heat. I think it definitely deserves a season 2, but it's too bad that we aren't gonna get one, because I think someone from the company that made this passed away, so, and without him, I guess they can't make it no more or anything like that. So that also kind of broke my heart. But if you guys like zombies and of course anime, if you guys like zombies and anime and you want to see one together, definitely watch High School of the Dead. But also watch this by yourself. Just because, man, I ain't watched this in a minute. Just Because was a really good anime. I think it's about like a boy who comes back into this town that he left a couple years ago when he moved because of his father's work, and he meets his old friends, you know, makes some new friends. But it's really like definitely a romantic anime with, you know, the MC, the main character, falling for the girl that he likes back in middle school, and now that he's in high school, he's back here in the same town, you know, where he left. And I think it was pretty good. It was pretty good romantic anime, because I love my romantic animes, of course. We're not talking about this. It is also one of those 3 love triangle animes. I am not talking about this and not speaking to it. Next. Now, this was as well a very good anime. Like, I like this. It's called Mangi's Grandson. Now, I wish this also got a second season, because I really like this anime. It's really about this boy who was in, you know, our world, you know, real life world, who had died in a, you know, hit and run, but I don't think they run, but you know, he died in a hit and run, and then he was reincarnated into a magical world, and when he gets older, he becomes the most overpowered person in the entire world, I guess, in the entire kingdom. And like, you know, he goes to like this school of magic where he shows off his powers. He tries to not stand out, but it's just too hard for him. He's just too OP. I think this definitely deserves a watch. And yeah, you guys can watch this with anybody in the room, you know what I'm saying? It's not one of those animes, but it's pretty gold. Definitely get a watch. And now we are on to my second favorite series, of course, which is Naruto. Everyone knows about Naruto. We all know, you know, the yellow haired kid who has a gingeriki in his stomach, who was, you know, bullied and not talked to when he was a kid, and then grows up to be the Hokage, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village, and we all know who the hell Naruto is. Now, Sword Art is my first anime I've watched, actually, like, first, like, 100% watched anime. I mean, I have grown up watching, you know, like, sometimes I'll occasionally see, like, Dragon Ball, or occasionally I see Naruto, and sometimes I'll see Inuyasha, but I always thought those were cartoons. You know, I was a kid, so I didn't know the difference between cartoons and anime, you know what I mean? But Sword Art was my very first anime that I actually watched in my teenage years, and it is my favorite of all time. Especially the first season will actually end the game Sword Art Online, which obviously that should be damn near most of everybody in the community who watches this show definitely their favorite, which is the first season, of course. Like, nothing else in the series can really top the first season. And y'all already know my favorite character from Sword Art is definitely Sinon from, you know, Sword Art Online 2, which is basically, like, I guess you would say season 2, of course. But I watched the first season in dub and the second season dub. It's just the way I watched it on Netflix, so that's the way I just gotta keep it going. But the rest of the series I watched it in sub, of course. Now, this anime, I just call it quadruplets. I cannot speak words, of course, but this anime is about literally this kid who's pretty smart at his school, and he needs to work and get money to, you know, take care of his, like, younger sister, and his father also as well. They're, like, pretty poor, so he tries to, like, you know, put together schoolwork, you know, trying to get a high education, you know, so he can, like, you know, help out his family. But also in the process, he gets a little, like, you know, part-time job to help these 5 sisters. They're all sisters. These 5 girls get better at studying and their work and graduate. All of them graduate. It's a pretty good anime. You should also watch it too. I think it is also getting a second season, which I'm pretty kind of hyped for, because I want to see what the heck it really is going to, like, go to. Now, this one obviously is The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, Caden also puts this in the podcast. Go back to it to watch it if you guys want to know what it's about. But I'm going to talk to this one about than the other ones that I had shown, because this one, I really like this one as well. It's basically about the 4 cardinal heroes, which is a sword, spear, bow, and a shield. Now, when you watch this, the Shield hero, he gets disrespected and treated very poorly because they say he's ignorant. He's not really anything that they need. Like, he's not, the shield's not weapon, they say. It's not an actual weapon. It's only for defense, but they still talk bad about it. But later on in the anime, you know, he proves himself that he is a powerful asset to the Continental Heroes. And by far, when you watch this, I think the shield is the best weapon. Better than the sword, better than the spear, and better than the bow. Definitely better than the bow. Fuck the bow. I don't care for the bow. 100%. But this is definitely a good anime. Definitely watch this. Of course, it only has a sub. It is 25 episodes. You know, I've watched it all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've watched it all. Definitely watch this anime. It's really good. And last but not least, this is Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Don't watch this. I don't know why I watched this. Yeah, see, it's one of those ecchi animes. I watch it uncensored, of course.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
It's 12 episodes long, but you can watch it if you want, but definitely watch it by yourself. Nobody in the room. And alright guys, that is it for my anime list of 2020. I will obviously probably have the list updated by next month when the new podcast comes out with Caden. I don't know what day we're going to do it. We got to do it somewhere next month, you know, so I can drop it. So I want you guys to like, subscribe, leave a comment below of your guys' favorite animes and some suggested animes that you guys want me to watch. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.